mention I would place my own name in the nomination. I'd like to get called down to this stage of the game. I'd like to say hi to the governor and thank you very much for being here today, Governor. Thank you very much. Just give a round of applause. No less important because it's a community property state. I would like to recognize my wife. When I first ran for office back in 2002 for this House of Representatives, I told this gathering that my core values are my faith, family, freedom, and service, and I do not waver from those yet till today. You know, we are looking at a world where entire systems are collapsing. The socialist model is not working as well as people had thought in Europe. In Africa, I've traveled recently and widely. And countries that opted into communism a couple of generations ago are choosing differently. They're wanting some of the benefits of the free market. And all this at a time when our children in classrooms are being taught that capitalism should be a crime, that profit is evil, that businessmen are bad.
Right.
I will tell you, my friends, we're in a struggle for the soul of this nation at a time
Yes.
when the rest of the world is moving toward freedom. We're moving away from it.
Yes.
You must be involved.
That's right. Yes. Yes.
So I come before you today the same way that I go to Congress every day. Alone, alone, unarmed, and unafraid.
Yes. Yes.
Unafraid because I know that our ideas are right.
Yes.
The ideas that the poor are best served by capitalism, not by socialism.
That's right. That's right.
Those stepping stone jobs that some want to get rid of in this country by increasing the minimum wage beyond what those jobs would bear. We take away those stepping stone jobs so that people like my dad and people like myself can't make their way up that economic ladder. At a time when the rest of the world is getting it clear, we're getting it wrong. When we had our founding fathers come here, they fought for liberty.
Yes.
And now we as a nation are walking away from those freedoms that were so dear, that have been so cherished, and that have been fought for so long by so many. And we as a population are having to decide if we're going to stand up and fight our government or if we're going to simply give in. I watched as a youth when Europe made these same decisions. I will tell you that I will not give up unless I puke, faint, or die.
Woo! Thank you.
To tell you the truth, the first two won't stop me, and if God has anything to do with it, neither will the last. But there's a new breath of liberty breathing through this land. Jesus. Democrats are frustrated and scared by the progressive thoughts that are being pushed by their leaders. Since 2010, over 6% of the Democrats nationwide have dropped their registration. But we, my friends, have failed to convince them about our vision and our values. We do not know the articles of our beliefs well enough to prosecute them in the streets. And so I'm asking you, know your values. Know what we stand for.
Yes,
and
yes.
you preach it, because we can't change in Washington what the streets have cast in a different direction. It begins here, not there.
Yes.
We can only accomplish
That's
what
right.
you accomplish. So I'm asking each one of you, prosecute the fight of ideas in your hometown, in your neighborhood. Fight for every principle that you know is right, the conservative principles that have been the guiding light for generations of people who come here. Unless we unify, we will not succeed. So I'm asking, after these primaries, unify and go forth to take this country back. It's worth the fight. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
and Ed does a very good job, as I mentioned.